Well, hi, everybody, and thank you for listening to Hempspeak. We're here, you're there. We're making broadcast history as the world's first hemp radio show on K-High here in Colorado Springs, streaming worldwide at letstalkpot.com. You can listen live anytime, anywhere, any place at letstalkpot.com. Great to be back with you for another edition of Hempspeak. I'm JR, and this is Mike.
Hi, JR. What a great week. It's our first, we've had 2 full complete weeks of Hempspeak, and not counting a few shows prior to that. But we just seem to, the interest just seems to keep coming from everywhere.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And you talk about a great lineup of guests and the people we've had on the show for the 2+ weeks that we've been on the air. Just amazing. They're very passionate about what they do. They're very, very professional about their approach. And it's one of the reasons why I think hemp, cannabis, those kind of things here in Colorado is here and here to stay.
No question about it. And one of the people that's making hemp and cannabis here to stay is with us right now on the phone. His name is Bill Billings with the Colorado Hemp Project. Bill, let's try to bring you up. Are you there? Hello. Oh, it's wild, Bill. How you doing, my brother? It's great to see you. We're seeing some sunshine out here. It's about the first patch of sun. Are you guys getting any sun at your farms or anything? How do those plants react? Do they move around? Do you have to replant them? How's that work out?
It depends how much water is actually in the field. If it gets down there, and it could rot some of the seeds if the field stay flooded for so long. But hopefully that won't be the case. We won't have to replant. And it's kind of like corn. It'll just stay down there. If it comes up and then it gets wet again, then it will rot. Just like corn or anything like that. And then they will have to replant it. We got some in down in Otero County there last Monday. One day, and then the next day got an inch or so of rain, but I guess it ain't been too bad since. But it looks like they're supposed to maybe get some more, which this will go away.
Well,
Yeah, a little bit's okay, but I think we're past the little bit stage. We've been past it for a while.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, I've talked to a lot of other farmers who are doing other stuff. And if they don't have it in the ground by May 25th, they lose their crop insurance, which is going to hurt a lot of farmers that are growing some food. I mean, we're growing some food, too, as far as hemp seed or de-shelled hemp seed. That we'll have some Colorado-grown shelled hemp seed come this fall. But right now, you go in anywhere from Costco to Whole Foods, and you'll see it right there with the rest of the stuff. Matter of fact, I went into Whole Foods the other day. They have been almost empty as compared to everything else. So I think the word's getting out how healthy it is as far as being as the American Medical Association called it about a month ago, the new superfood, because it's loaded up with omega-3s and 6s, and it's got more protein than pretty much any seed on the planet. So we're getting out there, thanks to people like you that are spreading the word, stepped up to the plate, and everybody know what's going on. And first of all, I'd like to thank all the veterans, men and women out there on this great day. Again, we love you, and without you guys out there dealing with all the issues, we wouldn't be free. And I'm an old veteran myself. God bless all.
Amen to that. And the same goes for Mike and JR. Got a question for you. I don't think anybody's addressed this in the time we've been on the air with Hempspeak. From the time you put it in the ground, what's your growing time? From the time you put it in to your harvest, what's the amount of time there?
For instance, last year we planted May 18th, and we harvested October 12th. We probably could have harvested October 1st. We had a hemp festival up there, so we wanted to make sure everybody could attend the harvest and everything. We came up pretty good. So what do you got, 5 months here?
5, 6 months, yeah.
How tall does a fully mature hemp plant get?
Hmm.
And there's different varieties and grow different sizes. Some of them have some CBD in it. Most of the industrial hemp don't have CBD in it. The real industrial hemp that they grow in Canada or Europe and stuff. It's different strains, and we're planting a couple fields with we've developed some super high CBD strains with no THC in them. So we're going to turn that into oil, and they'll be able to go all the way to flower. Where a lot of these guys are planting their plants and they won't let them go to flower because they don't go for the THC levels are closer. But they kind of bring down the CBD levels. We're using it for nutritional supplements, arthritis. I'm sure you know about all the stuff like shortness, man. Stuff like that. Just make sure that it's tested. A lot of times these guys will put ratios on them, and that's what they believe. And the end product is going to be a different reading than they say for ratios. So we got 80% CBD. By the time it gets to flower, if it gets to flower, bring the THC level up and the CBD level down. So it's kind of a unique art to get the right strains and grown in the right place and chopping them at the right time.
And how do you test for these levels? Do you just snip off a little bit of the bud or what?
Yeah, you can take the leaves and or the buds, and they've got machines that do it. Gas chromographs are called, where they put a pressure gas chromographs, and it'll give you all the readings of everything that is in the plant, from the THC, the CBD, the CBDs, and everything else in your plants. Pretty neat machines now that test everything to make them look better results instead of buying stuff that they're not sure what's in it.
Well, there you go, talking all that crazy stuff, Wild Bill, all that CBNs and CBGs and CBDs. Oh my gosh. Wild Bill Billings, he's crazy, I tell you, he's crazy.
Mike wants to be a farmer, a hemp farmer.
Oh heck, we're broadcasting from the Hempicenter. That's not bad, huh? Hey, we're trying to coin all these phrases so we can be famous someday.
Yes, matter of fact, we just sold some more flour to a product company that we hemp is the medical house.
Hemp beer.
Well, that's pretty
That's
funny.
a perfect advertising slogan right
No
there.
question. Well, we probably have something for that, and one of the CB something, you know. You didn't bring her by the studio. Oh.
In Ohio? Yeah, in Ohio. Great.
Everybody, I kind of chuckle. Obviously, Colorado doesn't have maybe the best laws ever, but certainly among the tippy of the top of this whole legislative deal. And how many states can't look at this and they continually try to reinvent what's quite successful here. And you look at what has gone on, it really has spawned many companies, many jobs, many people relocating. Wouldn't you agree, Bill? Just like I've seen old Laughlin down in Springfield, they're doing big Interesting.
Pretty awesome stuff. Our guest is Bill Billings with the Colorado Hemp Project. Bill paying us a return visit. We had him on a couple of weeks ago. Hope you caught him at that time. Bill, we asked people to send us. We asked our listeners to send us questions on our website, which is hempspeak.com, and we got one here from Scott. Scott was wondering, you're the perfect guy to ask this, and I know we've kind of addressed it in the last 5 or 6 minutes or so. But from Scott, what is the status of the hemp industry in Colorado?
Brand new. And we got a bunch of people that, had the waivers, plant the seed, and now they're finding out all the uses of the thing. A lot of it's creating the infrastructure, the machinery to handle all of the products that can be made from hemp, especially big decortication machines for textiles. We're bringing it all in from China right now. Logging the body is all from China. It's like 55% hemp, 45%.
Hey, let me interject real quick for our listeners. A decortication machine is very similar to Eli Whitney's cotton gin, what it does for cotton. Isn't that correct? Something. It was good for cotton gin, but crummy for vodka or something is what I remember, right? No, that's bad. God, that's a bad joke. Sorry.
Bill, it sounds like with the hemp plant, there's actually no part of it that goes to waste, is there?
My daughter over at Nature's Roots, she's making from the seed and the flower body care products that actually do help a lot of people get into them. Helps with arthritis and muscle soreness. And they got, just teeny bits of the CBD and the THC, that really helps as far as soothing the skin. So it's a great product. Lip balm that becoming real good. They stay on your lips longer. Stomach good. Stomach chapsticks. Various products.
We had a lady yesterday, Margarita Waters, and she has a little company called Hemplements, and it's a boutique on wheels and all the products of hemp. And it was a lot of fun. She had some great products she brought in the studio yesterday. A lot of fun just to see the quality of what was there. It was astounding, really.
Mm-hmm.
40 times as strong. Can't get the
So we asked the right question to the right guy as far as the status of the hemp industry in Colorado. Our guest is from Colorado Hemp Project, Bill Billings.
Bill, we've just got about another half a minute with you. What give everybody your email or your website, any way you want to be contacted, because you're just such a knowledgeable person in this industry.
Just ColoradoHempProject.com. You can try nature's fruit if you want to get some body lotions and body sprays. Women are loving, especially for taking their makeup up on the scrubs. And my email is billbillings@gmail.com.
All right. And one of the things you talked to us last time about was the hemp farmers market. That's
Send a shout out to that. That's June 6th at the corner of Monaco and Evans in Denver. We'll have some of the hemp beer there, all the products, be able to see probably some of the hemp burgers too. They're awesome.
Awesome. Well, Bill, we sure appreciate you being on the show. We're about out of time. Thank you so much. Anytime your car springs, you come see us. Thank you, Bill. All right, Bill Billings, Colorado Hemp Project.
and at 4:20 on a Friday as we rock it on over.
I see sunshine,
I
JR.
do too.
But you know what? It's going to get cloudy quick at 4:20 here in Colorado.
And it's always a little hazy here on Hempspeak. Oh yeah. Is that George Thorogood?
Okay, get rid of that phone line because we got somebody calling in now. You're good at what you do. Keep it up. Oh, Bill's a great guy.
Yeah, I mean, and anything you throw at him, he's got a great answer.
He's so smart.
Yeah.
He understands
And
this.
he puts it into the way he expresses it. Anybody can understand it.
That's
Know what
right.
he's talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's a really good communicator.
We've had so many great guests. I'm going to start reaching back to some of those other guys that's recycling through. And,
Yeah.
you know, 'cause there's just too much info to get out. All right, here we go. Phone line.
Ah. Hey, it's Hempspeak. Who we got here? This Kirk?
Hi, Ian.
Okay.
All right, you want to give us a little shout out for a little bit? We want to talk to you for about 5 minutes or so, or to 10, and tell us about big medicine and what's going on.
Cool.
All right, buddy. We'll bring you up in about a minute or two.
Yeah, we got about 90 seconds.
What's your name?
Ian,
Very good, Ian. All right, buddy.
stand by.
Watch out. Let's give out some this. Sorry about that. Let's give out something like this sponsored by USTC or one of those. Just Hempspeak to your
Yeah.
guy to grab off.
Yeah, right here. The pimps are
They're good guys. They don't like our ad though. They haven't uploaded our ad.
no, they haven't. I meant to
No biggie.
do that.
I know what my life is very similar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I understand.
absolutely right. You can listen live anytime, anywhere, any place at letstalkpot.com. This show is called Hempspeak. It's all about hemp. Monday through Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. Colorado time. That's mountain time here on K-Hive and on letstalkpot.com, where the hemp whisperers, Mike and JR, and our guest Ian is standing by for before we get to him. I want to remind all cannabis business owners and investors that from grow to retail, space is not only a necessity, but it can be the make it or break it component of your business. It's a major need that every cannabis business has in common, a need for real estate. USTHC.com provides superior real estate solutions to the Colorado cannabis industry. Whether you're in the business already, operating a cannabis business, you're thinking about it, or are just interested in finding out a little bit more, reach out to the pros at USTHC.com. Warehouses, farms, dispensaries are just part of what they do. They also list and sell existing cannabis businesses such as dispensaries, and they offer growing opportunities as well. For a free, no obligation consultation, contact USTHC.com today. And if you're a broker in Colorado or in another state and you'd like to be a part and join the Cannabis Business Referral Network, go ahead and contact them at USTHC.com, providing real estate solutions for the cannabis industry.
Fantastic of USTHC.com to sponsor this next segment. And last segment was Bill Billings. What a fantastic guest. We just had one other thing here. Sarah wrote in and said, what's this stuff that you're putting on your lips? And I want to assure everyone that it is CBDs only. That's just basically hemp, because we're on the job, JR.
That's right.
That's right. And we take this serious. So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's just CBD, salve. And I don't think so. Some of our friends at Granny Ganja got you some, but I bet Ian's shop over here has some too. Can we bring up Ian from Big Mountain Dispensers?
Big Medicine.
Big Medicine. Thank you. Ian, are you with us?
Hey, Ian.
We're having a great time. Thanks for joining us. You're with Hemp Whispers, Mike and JR, and we're here to help sort out all things hemp. But it's nice of you guys to just give us a shout out and say what's happening. Tell us a little bit about your dispense and where you're at and all that good stuff. Well, you're supposed to be in the studio with samples, but we'll discuss that later. But anyway, no, you can't do that again. I apologize. Anyway, Big Medicine, we love the name, first of all. Big Medicine sounds fun. You guys sound like you're doing it right.
So do you do any retail at all, or is it strictly medical? Okay.
Well, there's sure a lot of fine medicinal retailers in Colorado Springs. Now, we have listeners from all over the world that are just fascinated, literally, with what we've got going on. And Colorado is kind of the petri dish, and of course, Colorado Springs, we're slightly behind the curve, but yet we're slightly ahead of the curve. It's kind of interesting. We've got quite a mishmash and potpourri of incredible dispensaries and cannabis social clubs and rec stores just on the city limits. It's pretty funny. It's kind of like going to Wyoming if you need fireworks or something. It's really not that hard.
Perfect example. Yeah. That's good. That's all you pay him the big bucks. Yeah.
All right, but I'm taking your time, bro. You keep going with Big Medicine. What kind of stuff? You got some special strains and salves, lotions. What kind of stuff you got at your shop? Well, our next are coming up at 4:40 is the Brian from Galaxy emails, and we would certainly have the unit there to support that. But of course, we speak hemp.
So are you part of the production staff there? Or what specifically do you do? Wearing a lot of hats, huh? Oh. Medicinal's been available for a little while here in El Paso County. How long has Big Medicine been around?
Okay, give us one more time, Ian. Give us the address again. Give us the zip code for all our listeners. If you have a website, you can kick that out now, and we sure appreciate your time. Well, we're looking forward to getting you on again and seeing what else is going on. It's been a lot of fun having you on, Ian, and much success to your business. All right, very cool. Appreciate your time. And I was Ian from Big Medicine Cannabisary. And what a great name, that Big Medicine thing. I kind of get like the big tobacco and big this and that. And, you know, Big Bud when it comes to me, but that's a different deal. Okay. Okay, we're about, we've got some other people coming in, I think, calling in here. That was a lot of fun, though. JR, there's just so many new dispenses in business. Again, we talk about all the time how often I just continually meet people that are moving here because of the green rush. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. What do you think of it?
And they've only been open like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. At last count, I think Colorado Springs had around 100 dispenses and growing, just growing crazy. And this is for a city that supposedly, frowns upon this, but we all know better. And the culture's there. You can't purchase a toothpaste back in the tube. Nobody's going back to the old way of doing business. So, but the hemp part of it's pretty exciting. That's when we talk about the whole cherry pie thing. We like to say if the whole hemp industry represents a big cherry pie, that one little cherry might be the pot portion. Mm-hmm. It just as we learned from Bill Billings just said a minute ago, amazing. How many products can be made? Everything's usable in that plant.
Everything is usable, and if you break it down or get the extracts out of it, there's no dangerous waste products that are left behind. It's just so clean, it's environmental, and it's so useful.
It was interesting. Just coming before the studio here, about an hour before the studio, I had a meeting with some people. I'm a real estate broker. We figured out that we just were chatting about a property for sale. And turns out, well, she's a nurse at one of the hospitals here. And amazing conversation how her husband was taking so many pills. And now through Amendment 64, he just simply grows a little bit in his house and has gotten rid of all of those prescription medications and is actually living a functional life. And she's a nurse. And so it was really interesting to see her come around, and she was so passionate. I said, you need to be on our show. And she said, there's just no way. Because some of these people were scared for their jobs, sure, what have you. Sure. Absolutely. So, but so knowledgeable, and to have somebody from that discipline be so knowledgeable in cannabis, it was really cool.
We want to remind folks that we are part of broadcast history as the world's first hemp radio show here on KI in Colorado Springs, streaming worldwide at letstalkpot.com. And we would like you to join us, make a little history with us. If you're in business, if you're a potential advertiser, our audience is extremely interested in your message. So if you're interested in getting that message out to our listeners, let's do that. Let us do that for you. We have numerous sponsorship packages available here on Hempspeak. Join us, put your ad right here, and be a part of broadcast history. It's really easy. Just contact us at info@hempspeak.com. That's info@hempspeak.com.
It's a great place. We are narrowcasting from the Hemp Center. You're listening to the Hemp Whisperers, Mike and JR, and we're honored to be part of this. Actually, we just try to translate this for the people that are just learning about hemp everywhere in the world. They know about hemp. Apparently, Americans have been kept away.
Well, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and there's been a anti-hemp propaganda since back to the late 1930s. Hemp all of a sudden became okay during World War II when things like nylon and other stuff were suffering shortages. And then as soon as the war ended, all of a sudden hemp is taboo again.
Exactly. For example, a hemp parachute saved the lives of two presidents, one being George H.W. when he bailed out of the plane, and
The old man.
and then W, which certainly would not have happened had that not occurred. So I figure that's at least two right there.
It's a good point.
And Washington grew it and all that good stuff. So I don't know why are we so resistant to this? We don't know. And we're just trying to continue to uncover this. And every time we get a guest on, it's just more and more products that are so useful with hemp. And I think the cat's out of the bag. Pandora's box been opened, however you said, through the beauty of the internet. Everybody can look up industrial hemp and find out just so much information now. It's no longer secret.
And we want to go back to something our first guest, Bill Billings, mentioned. Coming up in Denver on June the 6th, there'll be a hemp farmers market at Monaco and Evans. That's June the 6th, the hemp farmers market, Monaco and Evans. And we just, keep it right here on Hempspeak, because there's hemp farmers markets, there's hemp conventions, there's hemp fairs going on, and whenever and wherever those are happening, if they're happening anywhere near Colorado Springs, we'll let you know when and where.
Also, for example, just right up that alley, here's the U.S. Cannabis Expo. That will be held June 19th and 20th at the Colorado Springs Event Center. There's also the International Cannabis Association has a expo the same weekend, I believe. That's in New York City. And then they have another one coming up in September. And the interest from around the world is amazing. And sometimes we refer to Colorado as the Petri dish, meaning there's just since with the Amendment 64 came alive, it not only legalized recreational marijuana, but it also legalized industrial hemp. And that's what portion of that little bill that we don't ever get to talk about. And that's what Hempspeak is all about. So that's pretty significant right there. And we're seeing it throughout the jobs and all the enthusiasm with people like Bill Billings.
The two big trade shows you were talking about from our friend Dan Humiston at International Cannabis Association, June 17th through 19th. If you're going to be in the New York City area, and this is for people listening here in Colorado and those tuning us in from wherever they're tuning us in on letstalkbot.com or our YouTube video channel, June 17th to 19th at the Javits Center in New York City, trade show number 1. And then later on in the late summer, early fall on the other coast, Los Angeles, California, September 16th, 17th, and 18th at the Los Angeles Convention Center. Two big trade shows put on by the International Cannabis Association. For more information on those, cwcbexpo.com, cwcbexpo.com.
That's fantastic. What's going on, all these expos, the enthusiasm is incredible for hemp. We see it every day more and more. pretty exciting, I think.
Good stuff.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
Good stuff happening. It's exciting to be kind of a part of this. You know, we talked about it being the petri dish. We're on the ground floor of this, comparable to, and we've had guests say this, the gold rush back in the 1800s when everybody was coming to Colorado and parts west to get in on the gold rush. The gambling industry, when gambling opened up on a limited stakes basis here in Colorado back when was that, early 1990s?
Absolutely.
Similar as well.
Well, we're in the middle of the green rush, and this rush is here to stay. There's nothing that's stopping this rush. This isn't going to be a boom and bust. This is just simply a rocket ship that's just about to go off, and we're proud to see just tons of launches here, just right around.
We're helping to launch. We're helping out to launch.
Hempspeak.com, everybody. It's always the best place to catch up with wherever we're at. Hempspeak.com. If you have any questions you'd like to ask our guests, send it to info@hempspeak.com or studio@hempspeak.com, and we'll sure try to do the best we can. You can always try to call in at 719-591-5874. 719-591-5874. That's also KUSH in those last four.
Kush.
Kush. All right, coming up, I think we've got a Galaxy email traveling representative. We'll see what we can do for you. Thank you.
Yeah, we lost our guy. We didn't have who was it?
Reed.
Reed from $3.
Oh, I missed their shout out.
He did. I hope Brian's there because I don't know what else we can talk about. You texted Brian?
Yeah.
Got him?
No, we need him to show up. Probably reading some text off the phone there. There he is.
Hey, this is Hempspeak.
Hey, Brian.
Hello.
Hello. Brian?
That's all right.
Here with you. All right, dude, we're gonna keep you up till the music goes. So you got about 10 minutes, and we're gonna have some fun. Whatever you want to talk about, tell jokes, have fun. Let's just have fun. It's Fun Friday. Don't have to get too serious about nothing. It's just, tell us what your tours are, what's upcoming shows. We're all about hemp shows. All right, bro. We'll bring it up in a sec, Brian. Thank you for doing it. It's a pleasure to have you on. You're a regular contributor. Brian.
Let me ask what an email. Explain what an email is. Can we ask to explain what an email is?
Yeah, because I laughed one of our shows. You were going emails.
Huh?
You were going emails. One of our shows. I laughed at it.
Yeah, I think I said email.
Yeah, Galaxy emails.
That one day you said email. Yeah. We are kicking off Memorial Day weekend 2015 worldwide at letstalkpot.com. This is Hempspeak. We're on K-High out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. We appreciate you joining us and listening wherever, whenever, and whoever you are. This is the Hemp Whisperers, JR and Mike, talking about hemp on Hempspeak.
JR, I've got a question that might just came in from Lisa from Florida, and I want to find out if our next guest just can't answer this question.
Okay.
Because it's kind of fun.
Bring our next guest up.
Hey, Brian with Galaxy Emails, are you with us? Oh, Hempspeak is marvelous. We actually see sunshine for the first time in some time, and we have some hemp farmers that are quite happy that they might see that sunshine.
Now you're out in where you in California, Southern California?
You're in Santa Cruz. Now you travel a lot. You've got some hemp shows coming up. You just did HempCon in Vegas, and what else you got coming up here on your busy schedule? All right, now that brings us right to Lisa from Florida's question. She wants to know, well, what's the difference between some sort of a vape pen versus an email? And help people just, because we're Hempspeak here, Brian. So help all some of our listeners out there that, I mean, some of them never heard of dabs and any of this stuff. And that's what we're here for, just to help translate for people. What the heck is, when they talk CBDs and CBGs and all this, people aren't going all crazy and all wild. So we're just trying to help people translate this stuff. So help people along if you would. But her question specifically is about the difference between a vape pen and an email.
Okay. Yeah, that's important to know. There's been a lot of changes these days, and it looks like we'll be sticking out and alphabet soup and making some change for all different to get into the concentrate scene. Flowers, distracting, just the concentrate forms such as oils, wax, shatter, crumble. All these concentrates are going to be used in your vape pen and emails that you're out there. Primarily the difference in this pen is the vape pens are smaller in use. They're primarily used for portability or skills discreet. Use your medicine. They are fantastic. There's a lot of different kinds that are out there. There are some limitations as well. Some great things too. One of the limitations is in the battery life. You have to recharge it. If you don't have your charger with you, you're just going to get a certain amount of hit. That's from your vape pen. The email, electric nail, is different. The vape pen, it requires you to have a 110 plug in your wall. You actually power with a temperature controller, power your email. You can set the temperature to whatever you want. They usually set on top of bombs, other types of small water pipes, and a lot of different devices that they use for. Primarily, you can set the current temperature to whatever you want, and then you can use your concentrate for your concentrate on the email user.
Well, we found out a little dab will do you came from the old Brill Cream thing, and of course that's Brill Cream's a gateway drug. I always thought it was breast milk, but can I say that on the air? Okay, cool. I just did. Anyway, thank you. What do you think? These little dabs, it's kind of fun. This whole thing. What's the idea of it, Brian? Is it like to just give you a little bit more concentrated, or what's the whole purpose of this?
Concentrated, and you're getting the medicine in its purest form. When you're smoking flowers, you're combusting and creating carbon, and it's probably not the best thing to create smoke. And months, you can get a quick boost. At times, instead of having to smoke a couple joints to reach your desired effect, you might get that maybe 3 days.
Very interesting stuff. It's just moving so fast. Now, you can these vape pens though they use them for tobacco and liquids and all this. I don't understand any of this stuff, but it seems like on every shopping center, every strip mall, anywhere I go, all I see is gas stations, convenience stores. It's out there. Just here's vape pens. It's crazy. So apparently they can be used for other things. But what are some of these juices? I know that's not your forte, but you might have an inkling of what is this all about?
I think we're seeing a shift in more of a health conscious public out here. Everybody doesn't want to burn products that irritate themselves or other people. So I think the vaporizing of these products out here, so the vapor pens you're talking about with nicotine and e-juice, they have nicotine in it. There's a lot of different flavors in it, so it makes it a lot of fun. And people love their vapor pens and can use them without bothering anybody.
So out in California, for example, I don't think you can smoke in restaurants and stuff, but you see people vaping in restaurants, or is it I don't know how discreet you'd have to be if you're just smoking, especially just a tobacco product. I wouldn't know, but is that even worse than weed?
In California, you can't smoke anything in a restaurant, so you would primarily see people needing to go outside, or they'll do it as they're driving and before they'll go to a building or a restaurant. At least in public, it's not creating smoke and you're just an irritating smell that don't like cigarette smoke. So it's just maybe a more public-friendly alternative way to use tobacco and nicotine products. I think they're fabulous because now with the CBD and THC oil being put into these vapor pens, more out in public and it's a little more discreet because everybody has these nicotine pens that are used left and right.
So the vape pen is good and it's healthy and it's a step in the right direction, but the e-nail is even beyond that, better, healthier, more friendly toward the body.
Again, you're vaporizing a concentrate, so it has the same goal in the end to just vaporize the vapor and you can ingest your medicine. So the e-nail, it does require power, so it does have to plug into your wall. So it's going to be an at-home device. It's going to sit on your coffee table attached to your bong, so you can have a pleasant experience there. It does not run out of power when you plug it in, so you can stay on at a constant temperature where people can continue dabbing and dabbing and dabbing. The fantastic thing about e-nails is you're not having to use it as a torch. You're buying butane and it's at the temperature and ready to go.
Now, there's other e-nails on the market. What is the differentiators between the Galaxy e-nails and I know I've been to a couple shows and it just seems like there's just so many new manufacturers. We talk about this all the time. It's just how many new businesses are being spawned in this entire cannabis industry is just astounding. And so I know you got a little bit of competition, but tell us what some of the differentiators, why you guys are the best one in your mind.
There is a lot of e-nails out there, but there's room for everyone. It's incredible. It's transition these days. Some of the differences out there that make Galaxy e-nails stand apart is that we have a embedded ceramic e-nail system. So our ceramic e-nail with different adapters we have multiple rigs that come with the universal kit. And for just getting incredible and smooth hits you get from it. It just really gives you all the flavor from your medicine that you're truly desiring. When you try to kind of get into the ceramic and art area generally, you're building the confidence to go back to the titanium setup and the ways to heat up your nail and do that. It's incredible. It comes with a 3-year warranty. It's made right out of here in California.
we've got just another minute with you. What give everybody your .coms and emails or your emails. I love. That's pretty good. Well, a lot of fun, Brian. We really appreciate your time, and we just want you to be a regular contributor, obviously. And so we'll definitely catch up with you next week. We're about out of time here, but thank you for joining us. And JR, what you got going for this weekend?
Well, it's Memorial Day weekend, so the first big holiday of the summer, and I think like everybody else in Colorado the past couple of weeks, what we have going this weekend is going to depend on Mother Nature and the weather.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got my application over there at Bass Pro Shop to be a consultant, and I haven't heard back yet. I don't know. They heard I had a pot radio show or something. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next week. I'm Mike.
I'm JR. Thanks for listening to Hempspeak.
Hempspeak.com. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
That was good. Yeah. We didn't have read it. We were able to tap dance around it. Didn't sound like we were